innocence fades and the weak become stronger. Should have known at the end of summer I'd be lost without you.
The skyline looked like a stained glass window. The city sang such mad crescendo. 4 bare feet on a rain-soaked street. Summer air brushed feet with dreams. Disappeared in a camera flash. Why do the bad girls never last? Lost in gin and lemonade, electro spins in the mermaid parade. Quartets and no regrets, except for the Polaroids I left. You were just some spell I was under. That in this summer, 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 summer.
Welcome everybody to Generation Random Late Night with me, Rootedjunk. We're live on Twitch and Podbean, so if you want to call in and have a chat, Podbean lines are open. Call in, join the Podbean generation, and come in and have a chat to good old Rootedjunk about anything and everything. No holds bars. Brandy, welcome to the show again. If you didn't know who that was the Midnight. They're going to be playing all the way through my show, and some Scottish hip hop in the background. So you'll hear them all through the show. If you're on Podbean, call in. Otherwise, we're gonna be talking about tricky questions that can blow your mind or get you thinking of the answer. Riddles, different things, whatever you think of the question. Anyway, we're gonna do that. But like I said, if you are in Podbean and you want to have a chat about anything or everything, you can call in and we'll put you live to air. But we're here for the next hour and a bit. Late night with Rootedjunk on Generation Random. You know what? I really like this song. Let's turn this up a bit.
Faked our deaths, lit a match, closed the door, waited for the flash. Greyhound station, paid in cash. It's Lazarus, we coming back. They say it's darkest before the dawn. We've been in this town for far too long. They say it's darkest before the dawn. We're moving on, we're moving on, we're moving on. Sunsets, no regrets. First chance, last stand, stuck in the middle. Even bad girls, no good love. You taste so sweet, it hurts a little.
Ah, yes. Great song. You don't know who they are. Midnight. Get on them. Get your electro chill groove on. That's what I say. All right, as I said, we're gonna talk about a couple of different things and go through, but we're gonna do some questions during the night, riddles as such, and see if who can get the question to it. So let's hit that off to start with. So the first question I have, and it's a bit of a riddle: what is always coming but never arrives? There you go. There's your first question. But been a bit of busy day. Monday in Australia, back to work. And man, you know when I've just had this is the second week back. I've just been off for about 6 weeks for parental leave. And you know, you take 6 weeks off, and I think it almost takes 6 weeks to get back in the groove of working, because I just did not want to work today. I mean, I pushed through it. Then you know when you got meetings and everything during the day, and you just don't want to go. You try to use everything as an excuse not to go. I got a phone call today from one of our listeners from America, and I was so wrapped up in the conversation. I had a work meeting going on. I would have rather sat and just talked instead of going to my meeting, but if I didn't make it, I would have been in extreme trouble. Anyway, like I said, you're here live on Twitch with me, Rootedjunk, on Generation Random. And if you're in Podbean, g'day. You can call in. The call line is open. 4th of July yesterday for the Americans. I hope you all had a fun time. Fireworks, drinking, celebrating the nation's birthday. I think that's what it is, isn't it? It's literally America's birthday. 4th of July. I know I got into it. I played every song Toby Keith sings about America, which is pretty much every song Toby Keith has. So I whacked on some Toby Keith, sat back, relaxed, and plotted world domination. It's probably the most American thing I could have done as an Australian. It's our Independence Day, that's right. It's the day you guys saved the world from aliens. I've seen that documentary. Will Smith was in it, I believe. Bill Paxton. Good times. Good times. What is always coming but never arrives? The answer, if you didn't get it, is tomorrow. Tomorrow is always coming, but it never arrives because it turns in today. Ooh. Next question. What can be broken but is never held? What is broken? What can be broken but never held? Here's another question for you. Here you go. Here's some Scottish rap for you in the background. It's a funny story about these guys, Brandy. So these guys are a band called Silly and Brains. So there was a there's an actual documentary about them. They're actually pretty famous. So these guys, there was a rap talent show in England, and they went to it. And they went in and got laughed at because they were pretty much rapping with Scottish accents, and people thought it was, it sounds crap. So what they did is they said they're never going to get, they kept calling people and saying, hey, can we get a show? And people go, you're Scottish, blah, blah, no way, you can't rap, blah, blah. But they were actually really good rappers. Well, one time they called and they pretended to be American, both of them, and got a show straight away. And they just kept up the facade of being American, put American accents on, made up where they were from in America and everything. And they just kept getting work upon shows until they were signed by Sony Records. They were signed by Sony Records, and they had to keep up the facade of being American. They did that for 4 years. And until they came clean. Now, I had the absolute honor of interviewing Brains from Silly and Brains about the whole ordeal. You can go see that on Generation Random podcast on Spotify, Apple, Podbean. Great, it was a great interview. And my other podcast, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, is actually based on one of their songs. And their song is called Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, about the whole ordeal and how everyone thinks they're dirty rotten scoundrels for doing what they did. He gave me full access to use that for the show. He's a brilliant guy. I've got his solo stuff on here as well. But go give them a listen. They're a great band. Very funny with some of the stuff they sing. But most of it, remember that they sing they sing in American accents because they're actually pretending to be American. It's not until later on you hear, when they're no longer part of Sony and they're by themselves, they sing with a Scottish accent. Absolutely amazing story. If you can go check out the documentary or get it somewhere, it's called The Great Hip Hop Swindle. Great show to show you exactly how it happened, in their own words. They're still kind of friends, but they don't, they're friendly, but they don't really hang out with each other anymore because it was a bad breakup. But man, great band, and there you go. There you go. You learnt about a band today, people, on Generation Random. Go listen to that. Go give that episode a listen on Generation Random if you're interested in his own words, how it happened. And then I asked him weird and wonderful questions at the end of it, which he absolutely loved. He told me that was the first interview he's ever done that's made him laugh and interested in the in the questions that was being asked. Because you know these guys, and this is the thing. This is what I like. This is why I like doing what I do. And when I do interview a somewhat celebrity, even if they're a local celebrity in Australia or outside, like Brains, they've all said the same thing to me. They've all said that we like your questioning because when you do a normal interview, you get asked the same questions a million times. Every interview asks pretty much the same questions. And where I did do the normal questions, how did it happen, where'd you go, blah, 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 at the end, I always freshen it up on that show and ask questions that have nothing to do with them, what they've done or who they are. It's just questions like, if you had to buy 3 things at a shop to make the cashier uncomfortable, what 3 things would you buy? Or if you think, if you could change one horror movie into a musical, what one would be the funniest? And I think that's what freshens it. Just they laugh at it because they're thinking about it. And a strap on, yeah, I would pick lube, chains, and duct tape. But yeah, it's you gotta freshen. If you're gonna talk to somebody, you gotta remember these guys. Just in that week, they've probably answered the same question over 100 times. So sometimes when you're interviewing a celebrity or someone, that if they seem disinterested, throw in a question that they're not ready for. I mean, not a rude question, but a question like, if you were stuck on a desert island, what other person would you want to be stuck on there with? Throw one of them at them. Get them thinking. What can be broken but is never held? It's a promise, people. A promise can be broken but is never held. So question 3, what is it that lives if it is fed and dies if you give it a drink? What is it that lives if it is fed and dies if you give it a drink? And butt wipes. You know me, baby wipes, or is there a thing called butt wipes in America? Because I could totally believe there is an actual product called butt wipes in America. Butt wipes in America. We call them baby wipes here. Flushable butt wipes. Oh no, these ones aren't flushable. They're literally wet toilet paper. Because butt wipe to me would be just toilet paper, yeah? A lavender smell. Well, they're not going to smell like lavender after you wipe your butt with them, are they? I don't understand. I don't understand why they make toilet paper or butt wipes or something scented. I mean, seriously, who sniffs it before they wipe their ass with it? And then after they wipe their ass, who fucking sniffs it? Only Americans, Brandy. Only Americans. You bunch are a weird lot, I must say. Why don't you call in, Brandy? Let's have a chat. Let's chat about your life. You had a show tonight. I was listening. It was going good. It was going well. I mean, apart from the internal whisper. Here we go. Let's turn this music down so we can hear.
Live from America.
Oh, live from America. Welcome back.
It's American Idol.
Shouldn't you not be in bed?
If you tell me that one more time, I swear, if somebody tells me that, Actually, I absolutely should be in bed. But I had a upsetting night last night. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, I woke up today at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon on July 4th. And I'm not at my house. So I'm just waiting to count down till I can go home in about 3 hours so I can sneak the fuck out of here.
Oh, why? What happened? Well, can't you say?
You know, I could say, but it's a little bit, it's a little bit perverted. It's a little bit weird.
It's a little bit weird. You've got the right show, lady. Lay it on us. Lay the weirdness on us. And is there any reason to the whispering?
Yeah, because I'm not at my house, and
You don't want people to hear you?
Hold on. I won't whisper. Hold on.
No, it's okay. The whispering.
Yo, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. I'm sure most of my male listeners would like the whispering because it sounds like you should be charging $5 an hour, $5 per minute, like you're on a sex hotline when you talk like that. Hi everyone.
Welcome to live sex stories.
Yes, my viewers just went up. No, go tell us what's going on. Tell it because like I said, I was listening to your show, but I was bathing my baby, so I couldn't really hear everything. But I got a little bit of the gist. But I don't want to pretend I know what exactly is going on. So give it to us straight. Tell us what's going on.
Hold on. Let me make sure doors are shut so that feelings don't get hurt. Hold on.
Is there people at the house that feelings will get hurt?
Okay, we're good. No, I'll tell. Yeah, I mean, but at this point, I don't give a fuck. So, here's the deal. I'm nocturnal. Most artists are. I'm also, I have PTSD. I told you about that.
Mm-hmm.
And I cannot smoke marijuana. And that's usually what helps me sleep. But I have been detoxing off of it for about a week. And I am in my, I told you, my first same-sex relationship. I was just trying to test the waters. You know what I mean? Like, after a very long, hold on. Like, this is going to get really serious. Hold on.
Stick with us, people. It's going to happen. She's just trying to find out if she can talk.
No, I can talk. In America, our fucking air conditioners run so loud that the neighbors can hear them. And as soon as it turns off, it gets like radio silent. So, anyways, and at this point, I personally do not care if she hears. And if she hears, you might hear a very, very awkward argument over the phone, which is cool. I'm not an argumentative person, but basically, so I've always been kind of attracted to women, and I got out of a long-term relationship with a man that treated me like shit. I said, I'm going to try to date women. I'm blonde, I'm blue eyes, I'm very, very feminine, and I chose to date a woman that was completely opposite of that. Right. I actually do not label myself as part of the LGBTQ community. I am a sapiosexual, which, are you familiar with that?
I have no. That's the first time I've ever heard of that one. So lay it on me. What is it?
A sapiosexual is somebody that is attracted to intellectual and like smart and like gifted and talented, like high IQ.
Yep, fair enough.
Okay.
So you found Stephen Hawking incredibly sexy.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And
You still with us? Ooh, I think we've lost Brandy there. Yep, it looks like we lost Brandy, but that's okay. We'll until she comes back, we'll continue on with the questions. So the questions I had before she joined was what is it that lives if it is fed and dies if you give it a drink? And that answer is fire. Fire is what is it that lives if it is fed and dies if you give it a drink. So question 4, what word would you use to describe a man who does not have all his fingers on one hand? What word would you use to describe a man who does not have all his fingers on one hand? Give it a think over. I think Brandy's come back into the studio. Here she goes. It will get her back in to finish that story.
Are you there?
I am, Brandy. There you go. You went silent, and I don't know what happened.
Oh, I don't know.
So all I heard was after the Stephen Hawking comment, you said yes, and then you were going to carry on.
Okay, yeah. So I tend to be attracted to people that are more on the intellectual, like to read, like to, whatever, nerds. Well, I got in my first same-sex relationship. She is more masculine than I am, and it was great. And at first, it was just something different. I've been with men my whole life. I guess I was a little bit jaded and decided to go try something new. I'd been with women sexually previously, not in a relationship. It was more like got really fucked up with a friend and then woke up in the morning like, whoa, oh my God, what did we do? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Kind of thing. Just experimented, which I think a lot of girls do. And so her and I started dating, and I did not want to get serious with her. Well, long story short, a couple of weeks later, her brother dies. She's never been through anything traumatic, has no trauma, comes from a very good family. Her parents have been married for 40 years. I wasn't really ready to take on all of that, but I'm a good person. I was not going to leave somebody in the midst of their trauma. So I stayed around. This was about 3 months ago. Well, we started dating. I've been very busy building my brand, building my company. She's a very nice girl. We got along. It was great. We've never had an argument. Well, there were some red flags that came along, which I'm sure some red flags came along to her with me as well, considering I had never been with a woman before, and only with men. And to her, it probably could have felt like an experiment, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not here to judge anybody. Everybody likes what they like. And I had asked her, I said, everybody's watched porn and everybody likes their certain kind of porn that they like. I haven't watched porn in quite some time, but I when I did, I liked girl on girl porn. And I asked her and I said, well, what kind of porn do you like? She said, male on male. And I about fell out of the chair. I was look, if you're into that, I get it. Everybody's into something different.
Everyone has their own kink.
Right. But in my eyes, how can you be a lesbian who is attracted to feminine women, but you have male qualities of dressing like a man, short haircut, etc., and watch that? That just doesn't make any sense to me. Whatever. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm not dissing what you're saying, but like, what doesn't make sense to you might make total sense to her. I mean, there's
okay. Well, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, no, that's what. But I know there's totally straight guys, like as straight come. They only like girls who are just somewhat interested in male.
Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine.
You know what I mean? It's weird. People have a different kink.
It was not that. It was not necessarily that.
Yep. But go on. Sorry to interrupt.
But But what it was last night, she got a little bit drunk
Mm-hmm.
and she kept showing pictures of transgendered female to male pictures to her friend at the table at the bar saying she's hot, she transgender, she's so hot. And I'm thinking, okay, how are you attracted to a female to male and you think they're so hot? So, I never had really went through like her followers or people that she followed on TikTok, and then it was like a bunch of male to females.
Have you ever thought of has it crossed your mind at all that she may be interested in being a transgender? Like she's thinking of taking the leap. Maybe she wants to become a man.
She's way too much of a little bitch for that. She cries too much. She's very sensitive. Believe it or not, I am more of the aggressive one, even though I'm ultra feminine. There's no way that she could do that. Mm-mm.
Fair enough.
But do I think so?
Are you still there? I think we've lost her again. But until she comes back for the rest of the story, because it's getting interesting. Yes, people, holding in your seats. We will get the rest of it on in a minute. She must be having some internet problems. But the question I had was, what word would you use to describe a man who does not have all his fingers on one hand? It is normal because people usually have half their fingers on one hand. There you go. Question 5. What can one catch that is not thrown? What can one catch that is not thrown? There you go. And she's back in. Let's get her back in the mix of things to finish this story and talk it out.
Hello. Are you there?
I am. Beeford to the question, herpes. Close.
Gross.
Very close. The question I asked, if you didn't hear, Brandy, was what can one catch that is not thrown? So there you go.
Shut. What is one catch? I don't know.
We'll get back into your story, and I'll give.
I'm drunk and I'm eating banana pudding right now that's left over from
that
July
sounds
4th.
nice. Banana pudding. All right, let's continue your story. We were on the transgender. You don't think she's that kind of?
No. But what made me uncomfortable was, and my God, like Lord help me, Jesus. We were driving home, and I mean, everybody is into whatever. I'm going to be completely honest. I never thought in a million years I would let somebody use a fucking strap-on on me. Lesbians do that. So, can you hear me?
No, I can.
Okay, so tried it out. It is definitely nothing like a man. This is my first experience with all of this. And so I was like, okay, that was weird, but whatever. I've had weird shit before, but that was definitely not the same. And so then, her, in the gay community, they have what they call a top and a bottom, right? Okay, so the top person is supposed to be the more dominant one. The bottom is supposed to be the more submissive one.
Yep.
Okay. So she has got very, male features, like, etc. Ask me why, when we're driving home after the whole transgender, she told me she was attracted to it. She asked me to use a strap-on her. I about fucking died. I was like, fuck no. Like, that is not, like, I'm not that kind. No, first off, no. Not wearing that thing. Not going to do it. It's not me. And I had no idea that she was into that. And it just completely turned me off.
Has she ever been with a man?
No. No. She has once. She said she has one time.
It sounds like she's more bisexual than actual lesbian.
No, there's no way. I think that she's attracted to
dominance.
No.
No? What do you think?
It could be dominance. I think it's more. It's called. I cannot even say it. There's so many labels. She says that she's kind of non-binary. Um, androgynous. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I know what you're trying to say. Yep.
Yeah. So I think that she's attracted to women that are feminine looking, but are manly. Like
She wants the
I don't
best.
know.
She wants the best of both worlds. She wants somebody who's
I don't know
feminine,
what she
but
wants.
she wants somebody who's feminine, but will take the lead, be the dominant partner in the relationship.
I am the dominant person. But the thing is, I'm not into, to me, you either like pussy, um, and you're dressed a certain way and you act like a guy and you want to be, you know, a very, very, masculine type of man, girl, whatever. And then you can be with a female. But to me, if you want to put off that persona and be with an ultra feminine woman such as myself, take Ruby Rose as an example. um, you're not going to be with another girl, typically that is like that. um, and I just didn't I just maybe I'm a bad person, maybe that makes me shitty, I don't know, but I just know that I was not into all of that, if that makes any sense. I'm not into all that. And look, if you are, you
Well,
are.
amen. I'm not into strap-ons. There's no way I'm having anybody come near me with a strap-on.
No. And let me tell you, I had a friend tell me she tried it, and after she got divorced, and she went through a whole little phase, and she was like, women just, and no offense, I mean, I will say they can eat pussy great. But as far as penetration, there's nothing compared to being with a man.
Men just
You
know
know what
how
I
to
mean?
move. They're born with it.
So it's just, and strap-ons are like really weird. They're like, it's just, look, this is new to me. I feel really weird. I thought, okay, maybe I can just be with a woman that likes to eat pussy and she likes women. Great, I do too. But I can't be with a woman who is into gay male porn, gay on gay, male porn. That's fine. You like it, whatever. And who is attracted to female to males, transgender. Because in my eyes, if you are a woman who identifies as non-binary and you have short hair and you look you have these traits, then you date an ultra feminine woman, you normally, most of the time, those type of lesbians don't even allow the other partner to penetrate them with fingers or anything. They like to be the dominant one, whenever they're that way, more studly, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And I think she wanted to reverse roles. I don't fucking know. But all I know is that I just was not into, after figuring out that she is attracted to transgendered um, female to males, which is androgynous. And that's great. There are some beautiful girls that, whatever I'd rather be with a woman that just likes women. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
Does that make me a bad person?
No, you like what you like. I mean, it depends. I mean, you've clearly stated that you're not in love with this girl, obviously.
I loved her until I started finding out some really different shit.
I mean, it can go different ways. I mean, in this argument, people might say you're totally right. Other people might say, no, you're totally wrong. I mean, to be together is about exploration sexually. She's asked you for this. You could at least give it a try. But
I did.
Like you put a strap on to do her, or you took the strap on? Like,
No, I did both, and I did both, and when it happened to me, it did not feel right. It was very hot. It was just plasticky feeling. I didn't like it. And then I tried it on her, and I couldn't stop laughing.
fair enough. I couldn't imagine what that'd be like, halfway through sex, having somebody laugh at you. I do know what that is. My wife laughs at me all the time.
I know. But the thing is, I didn't know that she was like that. Like, I didn't know that she was into that. Like, I thought that she was just. I've been a lesbian. She's been married to a woman.
She says she's been married
to a woman.
Yep.
And that was blonde, and I didn't know that. I don't know. The whole androgynous and the whole thing just really fucking threw me off. And I don't want to be mean. I don't want to fucking be mean. But I haven't even been able to, I went to bed last night, barely could sleep, woke up at 1 o'clock. I'm waiting till 8 in the morning to go home because I just don't know what to do.
So are you at her house right now?
Yeah.
So why don't you just get up and leave?
Because I've been drinking.
Ah, fair enough. Fair enough.
I've been waiting to sober up. And I can't go in the room with her because I went through her laptop. Her laptop was open.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw some shit that I did not want to see.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
So she came in here. It's 5 in the morning, and she asked me, "Are you going to bed anytime soon?" Here's the deal: I pay my own bills. I'm my own business owner. I do what the fuck I want. Like, we're very 50-50 in this relationship.
Mm-hmm.
We do not live together. I do a lot in this relationship. A lot. The thing is that her friend last night said something at dinner, how she got really fucked up at her Christmas party and woke up in Alina's bed with her panties on inside out. Okay, well, who the fuck wakes up with their panties on inside out?
Unless they've put their panties on inside out when they've put them on. But hey, I doubt that happened.
There you go. I don't know. I'm not trying to make drama. The only thing is that everybody has what they like. Look, there might be some fucking red flags for her and me too. I've been to jail for DWI. I have dated older men. I fucking get it. Everybody's fucking different. Everybody does weird shit. But the thing is I have been completely honest with her. And I've been extremely honest with her about everything. And I do not feel that she has with me. And that's it.
Maybe it's... I think you need to have a chat to her. I mean, do you think the relationship's over? Do you think that's it? Done and dusted?
Uh-huh.
Well, then I think you need to sit down with her and give her at least the decency to say to her, look, my feelings have changed. There's just some things that, I found in this relationship that I probably don't like. I'm not happy with, I'm uncomfortable with. I feel like, I've been honest. I feel I haven't gotten that from you. And just, let her know that you're not happy and that you want out of the relationship. I guess that's the only way. I think, you can always just run and just ghost her, but I just don't think that's the proper way.
I would never do that.
I think that would cause so much more problems.
I would never do that. But the thing is that she does not take into consideration. Okay, she has a podcast. It's not on any of these platforms. She's an LGBTQ activist, and she interviews like poly families, like it's all LGBTQ related, right?
Mm-hmm.
I myself do not feel that I fit into the LGBTQ community because she calls me a late in life lesbian, but I do not feel like I am a lesbian because I am a sapiosexual. Um, I'm not saying that I would never date a female again. Maybe it is bisexual, but I'm more attracted to intellectual and people that, you know, are smart. Like she's very witty, but she's very nerdy, which is fine. Everybody is. I am. I get it.
Give me a second. Give me a second, Brandy. Linger longer. How are you? I'm watching the interview with the Jar Sauce guy. Is this your girlfriend, Brandy? Yes, it is. You're a what? I forget how you say it. She'll say it in a minute, but it means she's attracted to intelligence. She's attracted to intellectual, smart people. In her own words, essentially nerds. So
Yes.
there you go. And I asked the question, was she attracted to Stephen Hawking? And the answer was a plain yes. We're live on Twitch. Let's get that answer to that question we asked before and get our next one before Brandy continues on.
Me too. Oh my god.
What can one catch that is not thrown? You were so close, Beefer, on Twitch. Herpes, it's a cold. I mean, herpes is a form of the common cold or a cold sore.
Why do you have like the hardest ones?
Oh, well, wait to your next one. Okay, so the next question is, what is it that if you have, you want to share me, and if you share, you do not have? I'll say that again. These questions are for your kind of people, Brandy, the intellectual people. These questions would totally fit for the people you're attracted to. So here we go. What is it that you have, you want to share me, and if you share, you do not have?
Secrets.
What did you say?
Secret.
We have a winner straight away. Didn't even have to go to the next. All right, we'll give you question number 7, and then we'll talk a little bit. You got that question right. Yes, it's called. Yes. It is a secret. Yep. All right. So question 7 is: if a plane crashes on the border between the United States and Canada, where do they bury the survivors?
Oh, what am I? Fucking Canadians.
I'm only reading that out once, by the way.
Between the United States and Canada. Hawaii.
Should I give the answer to this now?
Yeah.
Well, they wouldn't bury survivors, would they?
That was so Bond moment.
I'll read it out. If a plane crashes on the border between the United States and Canada, where do they bury the survivors? They don't bury survivors. They don't bury survivors. All right, question 8, and then we'll get on. We'll leave this one while you guys think in Twitch and Podbean. If you're in Podbean, you're more than welcome to call in. This is late night.
Linga.
Yeah, this is late night on Generation Random with your host, Rootedjunk. Or Chris, whatever the fuck you want to call me. Question 8. If it takes 8 men 10 hours to build a wall, how long would it take 4 men? If it takes 8 men 10 hours to build a wall, how long would it take 4 men? There's the question.
Because we're building a big wall.
Is it still being built? Is it still being built?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Don't ask me any wall questions as an American. Plus, I live in Texas.
So back to your story. So yeah, like I said, I think the best course of action, and it's obviously up to you. This is your life. You know her way better than I do. I've never seen her, never met her, don't know what she's like. But I think you just need to be, like you said, you're already honest. I think you just need to be more brutally honest with her and tell her how you feel, what makes you uncomfortable, and just tell her, like, if she's looking for more in the relationship, she obviously is getting. She's obviously getting comfortable with you.
She ran my this is what I found. She ran my credit score.
Who runs
And she
it?
was
Who
like,
runs another person's credit score?
she works at IT, and she goes,
Oh, that's just crossed
oh,
the line.
she goes, so, because I was applying for like first time home buyers,
You
whatever,
can go.
because I want to move to Denver, Colorado. And she goes, oh yeah, we could move to Denver if you wanted to, like, and I was like, first off, like, how the fuck did you know I was gonna move? Like, I've been looking into Denver. Secondly, like, I don't know. So she came in here, it's like what, 5:30 in the morning. Don't know, don't care. And I will be honest, in America, we are prescribed a prescription. I don't know if it's legal where you're at for I think they say ADHD is an American bullshit.
I know we got that
Um,
Ritalin.
yes, that's what I want. And so I just started it again. It helps me work like crazy, but I really don't ever take it unless I'm around her because I have to fucking feel like I I need to be doing something else. Then
Well,
I don't know.
that's your problem there. I'm going to stop you there. That's your problem there. If you have to take drugs to be around somebody, then that person shouldn't be around you. You shouldn't be around that person. If you have to take drugs to be around somebody to change,
It's a pharmaceutical.
yeah, but it's still a drug. It's
Right.
a drug. It alters your state of mind to become calmer and more focused because you obviously
I
think that
am.
you need to be calmer and focused around her. Now, if
Yeah.
you have to take that just to be around her, then that's it.
I
You
know.
don't need to. If you don't need to take that regularly, any other day, but you only take it when you're around her, then you are trying to alter your true self to fit in with that other person's ideal. That is not a relationship. That is not even a friendship. That is bullshit to me. And I'm only giving you my advice, all right?
Yeah, but
That is
the thing
bullshit.
is, I couldn't like stop dating her right when it first started because her brother died like 3 days after we officially started dating. And I was the first person that she called, and she's never been through any trauma ever in her life. I've been through multiple traumatic events. And so it was kind of like a trauma bond. And I'm such a like empath, and I'm such like a person that wants to help. And I'm such a good person. I was like, I can't like just leave this girl like who's in tears every other day. Like, and one day I kind of slipped up, and I told her I was not on medication. I wasn't drinking. Something happened. She stubbed her toe and started crying. And I told her to man up. And then she goes, there's no man in this relationship. I go, well, fucking obviously. Well, fucking man up. Like, you just stubbed your toe. Get over it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It is. So she came in here. I haven't slept in the bed with her, and since
Mate,
I
you know
was,
what?
I
You know
came,
what? You know what you need to do, Brandy. You need to
but
go to the local hardware store, buy a bag of concrete, hand it to her, and tell her to harden the fuck up.
she's gonna fucking cry. Like,
Or,
cry.
or before she wakes up in the morning, put a mirror at the end of her bed and tell her to wake up to herself. Fuck's sake.
No, she'll just call mommy and daddy who just bought her fucking
Look,
300.
look. I think
kidding.
I think it's
Don't care.
obvious. I think it's obvious to other listeners. I think what you have at the moment, and you'll going by your past stories, I feel like you're starting to slip into a toxic relationship
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah,
with
yeah.
with this girl, and I think you need to cut literally the head off the snake of it and exit it, finish it, end it there before it even gets
I
worse.
know.
Because the longer you stay in
is.
it, the more toxic it will get, and the harder it will get to get out. I think you should just cut your losses, run. The experiment was done.
I know. I like men. I don't like women. It was just a fucking experiment. And I didn't want her to feel like that. And I already have like all the little things that I had at her house, which was like little bitty things, like not much, just like, like a hairbrush and
Brandy Linger Longer
nail
wants to
polish.
know, was she good in
It's
bed?
already all packed up. Like it's already ready to go. Like I'm in the other room. She's in her room. I'm already ready to go home in about like 2 hours. You know what I mean? Like I don't
Brandy,
like making people.
Linger,
Brandy, is she
Linger,
good
Ling,
in bed? Brandy, is she good in bed?
yeah,
Okay, so I will answer that.
Linger wants to know if she's a good muff diver.
So I did not have sex with her for about 2 months. And I hadn't had sex in like 7 months before that. And I will be honest, my ex fiance, he was so fucking awful at oral. Like I would be like, just don't, just please, just don't. Even every single one of his exes said the same, and she was phenomenal. Yes, I think it was more of a mental thing of this is new, this is something I've never done before. Um, and yeah, it was different to me. I mean, she knew exactly what the fuck she was doing, but of course, she's had tons of experience at it. Um, but I will say that being with a man is completely fucking different, but I think that I just did it because I didn't want to get an emotional connection, and I thought it would have. I met her on fucking Hinge, like a dating app. I thought that it would just be like a a, a fun little fling, no feelings, no drama. Just I was in a 7-year relationship. Like I didn't want to fuck with men. You know what I mean? Like, and I hate to say this, there are women that are lesbians. I appreciate that. Whatever the fuck you want to call it. But even after this, will not ever be with a woman again. It was something I would always been very interested in. I never did. And then I did it. And then I realized like real penetration from a man, which can provide a child for you. Like if you're with a woman, you have to fucking go through A, B, C, D, E, F, G. This is not the life for me. You know what I mean? Like I have no children. I don't even know if I want them. Like I'd rather be with somebody that
Yep.
already has them and is divorced or whatever and like love their kids like they're mine so that I can focus. I'm so career oriented. I don't know. I've been a stepmother before, loved the kids more than I loved the person I was with. We're still cool, whatever. But I don't think that I can do that again. I don't even think that even if I saw a of course, if you see a hot chick walking down the street, like, yeah, she saw it. But I would never take it to the extent as I have this time, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Well, you obviously, you obviously have aspirations to be a mum one day. I mean, if you meet the right man, obviously, if you meet
And
the
if it doesn't happen and they have kids, then I will love their kids. Like, have them on the weekends or have them when we have them, and then they can go back home to their mother, and it could be a blended family if I don't have kids. If like I get with somebody who does not have children, then yes, I would be totally open to that. But if I meet somebody who already has kids, like, and their kids are young and they don't want to have anymore, and I would love their kids as not as my own, as they wouldn't be my own, but I would love them and treat them as my own. But then again, I would have my husband, or to be able to enjoy our time whenever we didn't have his children. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And then when we had the kids, then, it's like a blended family. Of course, you have games, you have, extracurricular activities I'm very hands on with. I get it. But if I meet a man who does not have any children, then yes, I would have a child with him.
Look,
But if I
the good thing is, Brandy, I'm all about believing that there's everyone for someone. There's always someone for everyone out there. You know what I mean? And I always believed that there's a great song by, you would know who these guys are, Rascal Flatts.
oh my God, yes.
Yeah, there's a great song called The Broken Road. Now, I had that at my
Yes.
wedding. Now, I'm a big believer in that song's message that you can date, you can be married, you can go through many relationships. They are just another fork in the road to the path to the person that you belong to. So I think all that's happened in your life, everything that every man, every woman you've been with or had that experience, woman, every person that you've been with, I just think it's just another chapter of that long walk on the broken road to finally get to the person that you truly that truly loves you and you truly love them. Sometimes it's fucking difficult to find that person. Some people find that person straight away. Some people don't find them until very late in life, but it does happen. But you always got to have your mind open. You always got to be searching. I mean, the thing is,
No, I don't believe that you always have to be searching, because I feel like, because I was with a man that was extremely wealthy for 7 years, that I want to be so dependent, on myself, that I don't want, to have to depend on a man. I want to follow my dreams. I know this sounds crazy, and I know when you get married, you have joint accounts. I don't believe in joint accounts anymore. Of course, I have a shopping problem. If I had a husband and my husband was like, okay, slow it down or whatever, like, of course I would listen. But I do believe that I am, I was in love, like completely deeply in love with somebody who shattered my heart. And he taught me a lot, and I taught him a lot. Um, and I realized in that relationship that he used to tell me, and this is not funny, you might laugh, but he used to say, I can shit diamonds and you still wouldn't be happy. Because he was so wealthy and had everything that you could ever imagine, the Porsche, everything, but I was not happy. And I think that the only person that's going to make me happy is myself at this given time.
well, that's a personal thing, and you need to find yourself. You need to find yourself, because if you're not content with yourself, you'll never be content with anybody else.
I'm content with myself now, besides with what's going on, instead of trying to help fix people, like how I had people try to fix me. Like, I always wanted someone to fix me, and like was codependent. I was that way for so long. Now I just want to be with, like, I want to find my best friend, like someone that I can be best friends with. I don't need someone to complete me, and I don't need them to now you have your family, and that's great. You have your tribe, you have your island. Like, there's a book that I read by Glennon Doyle, and it talks about, don't let anybody on your island when you have your tribe, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I will find that person that I will have that will be on my island, whether if it's a blended family, our family, who knows, but I won't let anyone else or any other crazy things get on our island, and I will protect that. But first, I have to learn to protect myself and not depend on, somebody else to take care of me or make me happy or make me complete, or me make them complete, because that's not fair to them or to me.
Lingalonga says, happiness is within. Start giving up vices, make room for clarity, and getting to know who you are. You are your own best friend, and we all have our own island. We just have some neighbors that we have over sometimes. While we got that little break, you are listening to
That's fucking awesome.
you are listening to Generation Random Network on Podbean and live on Twitch at the moment. Remember, the call, we don't have much time left, but the call in button is open. The call in line is open on Podbean. You're more than welcome to call in and either
We're gonna play music.
and I will be playing music soon when we're close to the end. So I'll put on my favorite midnight song so you can listen to that man sing again that you're totally in love with. But let's get back to those.
What?
Let's get back to those questions.
You better not even.
If it takes 8 men 10 hours to build a wall, how long would it take 4 men? No time, because the wall was already built. And I see that Lingalonga got that answer already before, so well done, Lingalonga. Here we go. Question 9. If you have a bowl with 6 apples and you take 4 away... Oh, wait, sorry, I'll read this again. If you have a bowl with 6 apples and you take away 4, how many do you have? Again, if you have a bowl with 6 apples and you take away 4, how many do you have? There you go.
Linga has it.
Can you answer it? Come on, Brandy.
He's so cute too, because you haven't picked him up.
I'll give you the answer. You have 4 because you took them away. You have 4 apples because you took 4 away. There you go. Question 10. If you had only 1 match and entered a dark room containing an oil lamp, some kindling wood, and a newspaper, which would you light first?
The newspaper.
Lingalonga has got it right. It is the match. You would light the match first. Question 11. If you spell sit in a tub, SOAK, and you spell a funny story, JOKE, how do you spell the white of an egg?
Yolk. YOUK. Yeah, I don't know. You know what?
I don't get this question, so I'm going to leave it.
You're asking an American that it's July 4th and has been drinking.
That's all right. I don't even get that question, so we're going to fuck that question off. We're going to stricken it from the books. Get fucked question 11. Here we go. Question 12.
White of an egg. Yeah.
Here we go. Is it legal for a man to marry his widow's sister? Ooh, we got silence, which means people are racking their brains.
Linga is the brains of this relationship, so you have to ask him.
That's right. So Lingalonga has got it right again. He can't marry his sister because he's dead. He is dead. Question 13.
No, it's not. A widow. They don't call
but
a male a widow.
No, listen to the question. Is it legal for a man to marry his widow's sister? No, but since he is dead, it would be hard to do so. If his wife is a widow, that means he is dead. He can't marry his wife's sister.
That means he is dead?
Yeah, he's dead, yep.
A widow. I don't know.
All right. How did the boy kick his soccer ball 10 feet and then have it come back to him on its own? How did the boy kick his soccer ball 10 feet and then have it come back to him on its own?
I'm out. You can ask me any question about Anna Wintour or Tom Ford. I got it. But this shit is out of my league.
He kicked it straight up in the air.
10 feet.
He kicked it 10 feet into the air and it just came back to him on its own.
Where the fuck?
How could a man... Here we go. Question 15. How could a man go outside in the pouring rain without protection and not have his hair on his head get wet?
Because he's bald.
You have the answer. Well done. Good. Well done. Question 16. And this will be the last question of the night. If an electric train is moving north at 100 miles per hour, and a wind is blowing to the west at 10 miles per hour, which way does the smoke blow?
East.
We'll let Linga try and answer this one. South. Well, the right answer is there would be no smoke because, as I said, if an electric train is moving north at 100 miles and a wind is blowing to the west at 10 miles, which way does the smoke blow? Why would smoke come out of an electric train?
Are we on Jeopardy?
No, it's just, between chats. Like I said, I don't always get people come on to chat. This is what the whole show's about, getting people to chat. I know you have. I've had you. I've got Linga on here chatting away and people on Twitch.
He's
but
the cutest.
Who, Linga?
Oh, I love him.
I'll take your advice on that. I haven't seen what he looks like, but I'm pretty sure if I saw him,
but I'm a sapiosexual.
Yeah. Look, if I saw him, I'd probably get half a chub. So I'm gonna agree. He seems like the half a chub kind of guy. He sounds like
a chub.
Yeah, half a chub, half an erection. He seems like a mover and shaker to me.
Oh no, he's so sweet.
Oh, I could if I could picture what he looked like, I reckon he's blushing right now. Oh my god. He just had a beautiful girl say he's so cute, and a fat ugly guy say he's gonna get half a chub like looking at him. So his night is fucking made. Well done. And just to give you a bit of just picture me rubbing my nipples and go to this. People on Twitch actually got to see me rub my nipples to that.
You probably like that. No, like I dated a guy once. He was so, oh my God. My first fiance, he was a dentist. By the way, there's a joke in America. It's called, what do you call a dentist? It's somebody who didn't get into med school, but whatever, dentists are weird. But he was smart, but he was weird. He would literally like play with his own nipples in the shower, and I could hear him, and it was just weird.
Wait, did you say he played with his balls?
No, his nipples.
Oh, I thought you said he played with his balls in the shower. I was like, Brandy, I hate to tell you that every man plays with his balls in the shower.
No, he would be like,
Linga's like nip tickler. I like nipple. I mean, I don't like my own nipples, but
Lord of the Rings clip.
Come on, man. Playing with a girl's nipples are like the greatest fucking thing in the world.
I was going to say something, but I'm just going to keep that comment to myself because Linga's in the chat.
Oh, Linga. What have you done?
I'm going to be over. Nope. I'm just going to tell you that I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to go there.
All right, so I want to know, when are you coming to Australia to meet up with Linga? Because that sounds like what it's happening. That sounds like what's happening right here. Linga, what spell have you fucking done? You've talked your talk. You've used the Australian accent. I bet you've even...
It's not even the fucking accent.
Man. He flopped it out, didn't he? He flopped his intelligence out, and it just turned you on. Yes, that's a yes. I know when a girl's kind of biting their bottom lip going, ooh, juicy. You heard it here first, Generation Random, bringing people together from across the world. Yes, that was my doing. That was my doing, ladies and gentlemen. I'm proud of this moment. I'm proud, and soon to be.
Has a girlfriend.
We're soon gonna be hearing this. That's what I'm talking about.
What is that?
You don't need to know. If you don't know, don't worry.
Can I get a replay?
Linga, do you want me to replay it? He's a man.
Is that his music? Is that his music?
No, it's not his music, but he knows exactly what it would be.
Play it.
Play it again. Haha, it seems familiar. Bullshit. You know exactly what that is, Linga.
What is that?
It usually starts the start. It's usually the theme song to every porn on Pornhub. It's the Pornhub theme.
Oh, they play music and porn stuff?
Yeah. Well, you probably skipped that bit.
Oh, I thought that was like one of those like VHS things they used to do.
Nah, it's a Pornhub start. Pornhub start. Anyway, we're gonna Brandy, just for you. We're gonna end the show, but I'm gonna play 2 songs from that band that you said you really liked at the start, just for you. So I'm gonna play 2 songs from them, and you can go into the studio. You can hook offline and go into the studio and talk
Is
to.
Linga in the studio?
Well, no, Linga's in my show, so you can go in there and talk to him via chat.
No, I don't want to talk to him.
And until I leave, and if he wants to start his own show, go ahead. Cue Bella. How you going?
Play it. Go DJ go.
Go DJ go. All right, so this is the where's my favorite song? Here we go. Here's my favorite song. This is Wave by the Midnight. This usually ends my show, but I'm giving it to you early.
Thank you.
Speaking of marketing, one of today's greatest marketing.
You're listening to Generation Random Network on Podbean. And I'm live on Twitch, ladies and gentlemen, so you've been looking at my amazing face for the last hour.
All over the country, armies of young people are blasting away at invaders from outer space and paying for the privilege. I'll be looking at the electronic game craze, which has not only fascinated the nation, but which has created some interesting problems as well. Although it looked innocent enough, this machine turned out to have some unusual powers. It kept kids mesmerized for hours.
We are not a sentimental age. We don't want our parents trying to order ticker tape parades. We are not a sentimental age. We're all getting high on fire escape.
That was Kick Drums and Red Wine by The Midnight. Thank you very much for people stopping by here on Twitch. This is Generation Random Network late night with Rootedjunk. We do this every night now. This is something new. This is something I'm trying to get aboard. We are live on Podbean and Twitch. If you're on Podbean, you can call in at any time and get amongst it. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming in and listening. It's been an absolutely amazing show. Again, I'd like to thank Brandy for sharing her story. I've actually gotten a lot of messages about it, saying how insane the story was, how great it was. They just were engaged in listening to it. Again, go, like I said, Kindred and Savvy, go check out her shop. Get amongst that. And until then, we'll see you tomorrow night. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Good night.